Top 10 Mind-Blowing Facts About Majestic Mountains. Number 10. Beach on Table Mountain. Legend has it that when a thick band of fog or cloud settles over Table Mountain in Cape Town, Jan van Hunks is irately puffing ceaselessly at his line on close by Devil's Peak, attempting to outsmoke the fiend himself. Table Mountain, named for its particular level top, is accepted to be around 360 million years of age and shaped after the land masses split, separated, and weights developed in the world's outside. Stone, framed by magma that cooled under the surface, fortified the mountain, and ice sheets leveled the top. The mountain sports a world-popular cableway that has moved more than 20 million guests since it opened in October 1929. The development cycle was stopped by the Anglo-Boer battle in 1880 and afterward again when World War I broke out. Probably the coolest reality about Table Mountain is that you can visit a seashore at the top. Skeleton Gorge Beach can be reached by climbing through Skeleton Gorge and going to the indigenous woods on the east side of the mountain. From that point you carry on to a hill of rocks called McClear's Beacon, which denotes the most elevated point on their mountain. A 5-minute walk will lead you to white sand nearby the Helly Hutchinson Dam, which is one of 5 dams on Table Mountain. Number 9. Life on Mars. Mount Rainier is accepted to conceivably be one of the most hazardous volcanoes in the Cascade Range, in light of its stature, yet additionally its steady tremors and considerable ice sheet mantle. This is notwithstanding the way that it hasn't delivered a dangerous emission over the most recent 500 years. The icy masses on Mount Rainier is home to ice worms, which are the lone worms on the planet that go through their time on Earth on ice, from birth to death. They can grow up to an inch long and feed on snow-green growth. The fumarole ice caverns on this volcanic mountain pulled in a group of researchers and volunteers in 2017 who began a quest for signs to life on Mars. The objective of their exploration is to intently examine extremophiles, minute living beings, as they work through a presence taking care of the poisonous gases exuding from the ice caverns. This would give researchers a superior comprehension of possible life on different planets. The task was because of end in 2020. Number 8. Tallest man-made structure in the UK. The most noteworthy mountain in the British Isles, UK, Great Britain and Scotland draws around 100,000 guests every year who endeavour to vanquish its most elevated pinnacles. The Ben Nevis highest point was framed by the imploded arch of an old fountain of liquid magma and is accepted to be around 350 million years of age. Ben Nevis' actual name is Ben Nevis, which is Gaelic for venomous or malicious mountain. At its culmination lies a rough level 100 sections of land long which incorporates a cairn at its most noteworthy point and an old observatory which supported in the creation of the cloud chamber. Researchers worked and lived in the observatory for a long time from 1883 to record climate conditions, taking readings all day long and night. The top of the observatory, albeit bedraggled, extends over the purpose of the culmination, which makes it the tallest synthetic structure in the UK. The observatory can likewise still be utilized as a type of sanctuary during crises. Number 7. Home to the gods. Greek folklore named Mount Olympus as the home of the Olympian gods, won during the fight between the Olympians and the Titans. Its most noteworthy pinnacle was said to have been frequented by Zeus. Mount Olympus is the most elevated mountain in Greece and stayed unexplored until it was at last vanquished by 3 climbers in 1913. The mountain direct, Christos Kakalos, who helped Frederick Boissonnas and Daniel Bordbovy on their undertaking, remained the official guide of Olympus until he kicked the bucket in 1976. The mountain has a fragile eco-framework comprising of many types of both fauna and verdure, including 60 kinds of orchid, cornflowers, lilies and then some. On its inclines you will discover horned warblers, brilliant hawks, wall creepers just as European nectar vultures and the Balkan chamois. Bears travel by means of the mountain on their way from the north to Pilio and Thessaly, and 170 distinct types of butterflies enhance the view considerably more. Number 6. Resting place of Noah's Ark. In 1829 the main recorded climb of Mount Ararat's culmination occurred. The mountain comprises of two volcanic cones named Great Ararat, most noteworthy top in Turkey, and Little Ararat. Mount Ararat is viewed as hallowed by Armenians and is the nation's foremost public image, highlighted in craftsmanship and writing just as on its emblem with Noah's Ark roosted at its top. In 2010 a gathering of Turkish and Chinese pioneers asserted that they had found Noah's Ark close to the pinnacle of the mountain during their undertaking somewhere in the range of 2007 and 2008. The gathering, called Noah's Ark Ministries, said that they discovered 7 huge wooden compartments covered at 4,000 meters above ocean level and got back to the site of their disclosure in 2009 with a film group close by. They proceeded to state that wood taken from the site and radiocarbon dated uncovered that it was around 4,800 years of age, which could find a way into the hour of Noah's flood as recorded in the Bible. These cases drew widespread analysis and warm discussion, with most of specialists invalidating them. Number 5. Ghostly Mountains. The Appalachian Mountains structure a characteristic obstruction between the eastern coastal plain and the interior lowlands of North America and assumed a basic function in the settlement of the mainland. The Appalachians are world well known, in no little part because of its huge national scenic trail which traverses 14 states. The maker of this awesome climbing trail is said to have fantasized about the thought while sitting in a tree on top of Vermont's Stratton Mountain. There have been a few climbers who endeavored to climb the whole path with generally exiting because of injury, disease or extraordinary exhaustion. In 1955, 67-year-old Emma Gatewood got one of the main individuals to finish the whole climb. In 2009, climbing the Appalachian Trail became something of an image for infidelity, after it was uncovered that South Carolina Governor Mark Sanford was off visiting his escort in Argentina as opposed to climbing the path as asserted by his staff individuals. The Appalachians are also known for its evident hauntings, all things considered, for the magnificence of the climbing trail. There have been scores of reports of bodiless strides, voices, murmurs, Bigfoot experiences and a spectre wearing proper garments with ice blue eyes that evaporates when drawn nearer. Number 4. Hotel at the base of the Uga. During the 1930s, gatherings of individuals would accumulate at the base of the Eiger in Switzerland to watch ascending gatherings attempt to vanquish the mountain's sheer face. Its north face was first moved by an Austrian-German campaign in 1938, and the mountain, otherwise called the Beast, before long got known for its numerous fatalities. Since 1935 there have been in any event 64 passings on the mountain, all climbers who endeavored to arrive at the top. The north substance of the Eiger comprises of limestone and ice and is consistently in shadow. It has likewise procured itself the epithet, Mordwand, which in a real sense signifies passing divider. The Eiger is additionally known to have its own climate framework which is very unpredictable. At the base of the north substance of Eiger, just as the neighboring Monchen Jungfrau, obscured by its enormous shadow, sits the Bellevue des Alpes Inn. It is here that the previously mentioned gatherings would accumulate on overhangs and patios to get a brief look at the ascending gatherings hanging from the side of the mountain. The lodging lies 2,070 meters above Grindelwald and Wengen and is one of only a handful few excess fabulous inns dating to the 19th century. Number 3. Incredible Tribute. The Matterhorn is one of the most unmistakable mountains on the planet and rides the Swiss-Italian fringe. Its pyramid shape was framed great many years back when two landmasses collided with one another and constrained the ground upward. The stone at the highest point of the mountain has been resolved to have come from the African mainland plate when it hammered into the European plate. The subsequent pinnacle has four sides that line up with the cardinal bearings: north, south, east, and west. The mountain asserted its first casualties during the primary rising made to the top by a 7-part gathering of climbers in 1865. Simply 3 made it back to the ground alive. In the years that followed, around 500 additional individuals have passed on attempting to ascend the mountain. In 2015, a gathering of mountain guides backtracked the steps of the individuals who rose the mountain 150 years earlier and set gleaming red lamps along the mountain's edge as they went. The outcome was a heavenly accolade for the fearless spirits who lost their lives chasing the pinnacle. Number 2. What's in a name? The local Koyukon Athabascan individuals call the tallest mountain in North America Deanley, which signifies the Great One. However, in 1896, a gold miner by the name of William Dickey named the mountain Mount McKinley after President William McKinley. The recreation center in which the mountain sits was likewise called Mount McKinley National Park and was set up in 1917. In 1975 the name of the mountain was changed to Deanley by the state of Alaska, however was hindered by the national government from doing so formally. At long last, in 2015, under the administration of Barack Obama, the name Deanley was formally re-established to the mountain. Deanley is taller than Mount Everest. However, both are practically overshadowed by Mauna Kea in Hawaii, which is 10,204 meters tall when estimated from its base on the sea depths to its culmination. Number 1. Growing mountain. Significant changes actualized by Park Canada for 2020 saw the forbidding of solo endeavors on Mount Logan and some other tops in the Kluane National Park. Ascending gatherings are needed to take out obligatory protection and all salvages will be charged. Mount Logan is the tallest mountain in Canada and the second most noteworthy in North America. The mountain has the biggest base periphery of any non-volcanic mountain on Earth, and its precise stature was possibly decided in 1992 when a campaign of climbers arrived at the top and utilized GPS innovation to build up it. However, the mountain isn't stale at its tallness of 5,959 meters. Truth be told, it is as yet ascending because of consistent structural developments pushing the mountain upward. Likewise, the temperature on Mount Logan go amazingly low and can tumble to 45 degrees Celsius during winter and 27 degrees Celsius during summer.